Well, it's great to get a few minutes with Aman, who is a senior industrial engineer at Western Digital. Aman, thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Sure, no problem.
All right, so let's start with your background. Which university did you go to? What was your major? And when did you graduate?
So I went to the University of Michigan, which is in Ann Arbor, and my majors is manufacturing. Uh, so my undergrad was also in industrial and production engineering, and after that I was in a job uh, on a similar domain.
Got it. And when did you graduate?
So I graduated in December 2020.
Got it. So let's talk about the timing of beginning the job search. When did you start searching for job opportunities?
If I say about my job search, it started as soon as the summer term ended, which was, I would say, close to August or September.
Okay.
And because there is a general practice that students generally take like less courses in the last semester so that they can really focus on the job search and understand what the companies do and where they want to go in future, as in their career move. So it starts generally with the beginning of the fall term until you get a job finally.
Got it. So you graduated in December 2020 and you started your job search almost a semester before your graduation, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, looking back, what advice would you have given to yourself in regards to the timing of beginning your job search?
I would say I started the job search at the right time.
Okay.
If considering that, okay, I did not have an internship, I could have started earlier, but there were times when companies actually told me that you must reach out to the company in somewhere in August, because that's when we decide for the next year. But some companies also mentioned that this is the right time. So I would say somewhere close to July or August would be the right time to uh, go for the job search for your next year if you're expecting to start in January, February, or something. But again, seeing the job market, like seeing my friends and everyone, I think seeing the job market, it is like as early as possible. I would say that's the main idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my take on it, because I have seen people, you know, uh, I've seen employers who told me that you are too early for this particular job, and I've seen employers who are like, we have already had. So it's never early to start preparation for the job, I would say.
Got it. So let's talk about the approach you were taking for searching for jobs in particular. How did you approach your job search?
Uh, the first thing is LinkedIn Premium,
Okay.
because that it gives you a very good advantage of I think I don't know about the LinkedIn, the non-premium version, because I have been in so long in the premium now because of the whole job search that I almost forgot that, okay, these were features that I could have also availed in the non-premium version. But in the premium version, you get to send some emails, and then you get to see if people have viewed your profile, and you get a lot of insights from the company that, okay, these many percentage of people are from your university, so you can get to them, you can get those contacts, and then you can reach out to them. Because I feel that networking is like the way to either get a referral or to reach out to a person and talk to them about the job and the company, and understand what kind of projects you like, and if there is something that is of the domain that you're looking for. So that would be the first thing, that going for LinkedIn and connecting with people. And second thing is, I also went to the portals, my university portal. Like we have a portal at here at University of Michigan, where you can reach out to the alumni of different companies. And you know again, going back to the again, just circling around the same point, that networking is the most important thing here. And wherever or however you can with people through your university portal or through LinkedIn or anywhere, connect with people, and they will help you, I think, with the referral, or they'll tell you, okay, if there is a job opening, or if they talk. Sometimes it has been that people have talked to me and they're like, okay, we think that I think that you might be a good fit, so why don't you go ahead and apply for this particular job, because I'm looking for this thing. So yeah, most important thing is networking and connecting with people. That's, yeah.
Got it. So, you talked a little bit about the approach you're taking for job search. It was mainly LinkedIn, and then you also referred to your university portal. Now, if you were to look back, would you have done something differently? Would you have changed your approach in regards to searching for jobs?
I think when we start the job search, personally, I was a little constrained. From my side, there was a constraint that whenever I used to send people a message regarding my what kind of job I am looking for, I used to be very specific. For example, if I have enrolled in a particular course and if I have liked some kind of course, I would be very specific that, okay, I'm looking for this particular kind of job. Would you be helping me? Would you be kind enough to help me in this area or something? But I would say, to broaden your search, and understand, what is available in the market, because the point is that, there is this important point that, okay, we understand that, okay, you want to do this thing, but first you have to understand what is available in the market, because company will not create a job. There are, it's a debatable point, but yeah, again, company would not prepare a job for you. It's you who has to be prepared for the job that the company has to offer.
Mm.
So I would say, just have a broad mind when you're looking for a job, and understand what all jobs are there in the market, and then closely align your preferences with what the companies as a whole have to offer,
Yep.
so that there is a better alignment of supply and a demand. uh, uh, yeah, that would be my take on it. Yeah.
Got it. So let's talk about actually getting interviews from the jobs that you applied for. Uh, what did you do to get interviews from the companies you applied for? Were you doing anything in particular, anything specific?
Patience is the most important thing that one should have when you are searching for a job. Plus, constant effort, I would say, because I think we connected, through LinkedIn, when we were having a constant conversation. Even if we were not having conversation every day, but we were constant with each other. Like, I was approaching you, and then you were kind enough to, just reply that, okay, we can set up something, and then again, I had to be very sure that, okay, after a certain time or interval, or after certain days, I will again, connect with you, so that you feel that, okay, I'm really looking for this particular job profile, or I'm really looking for working in this particular company. So that kind of dedication or constant effort, along with your patience, because you cannot, there have been times where I would say, a recruiter has told me that, you need to be a little patient, because we have a lot of uh, uh, students turning in, and everyone is having the same question. So
Mhm.
I think patience, and you know uh, putting in effort for just connecting with people, and understanding that they also have other works other than just replying back to you. So you know and I think this whole process teaches you that, okay, things will get better, and people will turn out to you, because uh, you know uh, this is a process where so many people are there. It's kind of a such high supply with very less demand. So I think things take time, but yeah, I think uh, that would be the uh, two guidelines, I would say, are the most important things when you are going for a job search.
Amazing, amazing. Now, if you were to look back, would you have done something differently in regards to getting interviews for the roles you applied for? Would you have changed something? Would you have changed your approach?
Uh, I had, I would say I was lucky to get a lot of opportunities for a lot of interviews, and in those interviews, I have met some amazing, talented people, some amazing, talented managers. Uh, I should not take the names of the companies, but they are the same ones as everyone. Every student thinks of working in those companies, and I was fortunate enough to crack, to get an interview with them. Uh, and every interview actually, improved my resume and improved what I say. Like, it kind of brought out the truth in me, uh, uh, as to what I am, and what I really want to do. Because I remember one of the interviews where I had, where I was in the fifth or sixth round. I think most of the people could guess the company where they have like 5 to 6 rounds. And the sixth round, there was a panel interview, and one of the interviewers asked me that, you know, do you really think, the project that you just mentioned, could not be done in a better way or something like that? And I was really true to him, because I was like, I know that I was not very efficient in my previous job experience, and for this particular project, and I could have done it in a much better way, but I think I lacked these things, and that's why I am here for my masters, right? That's what the reason was, that I am here for masters.
Nice.
So I think the only change that I would have done was, uh, I would have tried to highlight all the problems or all the issues that I had in my interviews where I did not get selected, and I understand, like, I did that maybe in a later, maybe close to September or August. But if those things I could have included in my presentation or in my, pitch at an earlier time, maybe in January and February, uh, who knows, I could have landed an internship too. So, it is very important to understand what are the issues that you're facing when you're giving an interview, and working on them. I know it's a natural process, but then a little more effort of, understanding, okay, why this point could not create an impact on the person who is, listening to your experience, and who is understanding what you have done in your previous experience, is not creating an impact. And not being shy of, asking out for help to people, and asking the interviewers, not only the interviewers but the HRs or anyone, if they could help you improve. Uh, so there is a very thin line, maybe, being, from by in between being very rude or being very polite in asking them for help.
Yeah,
So we need to understand that, and I think feedback, it's kind of a loop. You give an interview, you get the feedback, and then you put these feedbacks into your presentation or your preparation, so that you constantly improve. And at the end of the day, when you land a job, it could have been the reason, like, you would have included all those feedback points.
absolutely. Let's talk about your preparation for interviews. Uh, were you doing anything specific to prepare for your interviews? How did that look like?
I think, for some of the interviews where we had the presentation, you had to make those presentation, and you had to revise those points. So I used to make the presentation, and I used to give those to all my friends, like most of my friends. Now, you need to also decide that how many people you consult with, because if there are too many people, you have too many reviews, and that's again a very tricky part of the whole process. But it's very important to get a different perspective on anything, any presentation, because the main idea is to communicate your points to the listener, right? That's the main idea. So what I did was, to give my interview slides, and I gave my interview uh, 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 points to my parents or maybe my brother, and not the material or anything, but just the way I am speaking or the way I am talking to people. I told them about it, and then I got feedback from them about how to, what do you think, like my speaking skills or my the way of I'm presenting it. I did not get consultation regarding the matter because I was not allowed to, but regarding the way I'm speaking or the look how of the slides, or just giving them some raw things just to get an idea how I am presenting, gave me a very nice idea of what all things to improve or how to bring about some kind of improvement in my speech or presentation and everything.
Amazing. So, looking back, would you have done something differently in regards to preparing for your interviews?
Yeah, I think as a job applicant, you always are very scared of the company. I don't know about everyone, but as an I don't know if it was my case, but I was always scared of asking my company, like, how was my experience or how was my interview, and when can I expect the result, or what do you think is the next process and stuff like that. I think when I joined the company, and when I had the conversation with the HR, not only this company but my previous companies also, where I could reach the last round. I think the HRs are really helpful. It's just that they are super busy with all the applicants, reaching out to them and having like hundreds of mails maybe, specifically for the big companies and all. So I think one thing I would have improved is I would have reached out to those people, because they might have informed me much better. Maybe they might have had like much better ideas or uh, uh, I think insights to how I could improve my presentation, or how I could improve my way of preparation for my interviews.
Nice. Let's pivot towards some company specific questions. Um, how did you come across specific role, senior industrial engineer at Western Digital?
I think first thing is from my connection. Like, I came to know about this program from one of my friends
Okay.
who is also working in the same company, and I got a referral from him. And I just had a conversation with him regarding the program, and I understood that, okay, they allow you to rotate from in different divisions and understand the work, and then after you understand all the prospects of the business, you get to choose, or you get to become a part of the particular play part in a team where you can contribute really. So I think that's what attracted me towards this particular job. But as a whole, I had certain notifications set in the LinkedIn premium version, where they give you mails if you have if some company posts you know a particular position with the keywords that you have mentioned. So you get those notifications in your mail, and uh, everyone knows that a job applicant is super excited whenever he or she receives or they receive a mail. So I think just going and then looking for the particular notification, and then you can reach out to those companies and then people working in those particular job profiles, as we connected, right? Like,
Got it.
that was the way how we connected, right? So getting a notification, and then for that particular job profile, looking for people who are already working in the company, and then reaching out to them to understand what are the projects in those particular roles.
So you
uh,
you came across this senior industry engineer role via the LinkedIn search.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I reached out to this individual who was also my friend,
Nice.
and then I understood from him what all projects he had, and I was really excited about it. And then I told him about why I like this project, and he also felt that, okay, I might be a good fit for the job, and then that's why he referred me, and that's how the whole process began.
Got it. So, how did you get the interview for the senior industrial engineer role at Western Digital?
Uh, my friend referred me, as I mentioned, he referred me for this particular job role, and it was kind of, I had applied in October
Okay.
for this particular job role, and I got a call in February
Okay.
for this role from the HR. So they connected with me through a mail, right? Okay, that we found your resume and in the job portal, and we think that you might be a good fit for us.
Nice.
And then they scheduled an HR round, and then the technical or the other panel interviews.
Got it. So, what was the interview process like for this role?
It was good, and trust me, because I was there in the process, uh, the whole job search process for so long. I think it was around 6 or 7 months. Uh, you know, it kinds of get to you. It kinds of you kind of get into this zone where you know that okay, you apply for a job, you give the interview, and then you start for the next company. It's like a very natural process uh, where the effect of a company on you starts to it lessens on you, so that you don't get actually affected by the result of a company, right? So the whole process was very smooth, I would say. I don't know what perspective I would have 7 months back, like how would I feel about the process 7 months back. But I think by the time I had reached February, uh, going through so many company interviews and everything, I think this company had it like very smooth process, and it was a very they gave us the first was the HR round, and then the HR gave us a kind of a prep round where she introduced us to the questions, or the kind of questions, not the questions, but the kind of questions that the panelist might ask me, and how should I prepare for it. So it was kind of a very smooth and gradual interview process.
Got it. So, if I understand it correctly, your first round was with the HR, and then your second round was with the panel, and those were the only two rounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think uh, in this company, yeah, it was only 2 rounds, but there was a prep round in between these 2 rounds where the HR had connected with all the applicants, and she had mentioned how should you prepare, and
Okay.
you know other questions that any applicants had for the interview.
Got it. So let's talk about the panel interview that you had.
Yeah, so I had a one-on-one session with 4 people, one after the other. Like it was a continuous one,
Okay.
but it was like 4 people, one-on-one, and each of these people had like a half-hour slot.
Okay. Any last piece of advice to any international student who is seeking a job opportunity in the US?
Uh, I think I would be repeating my points now, but I would just like to highlight 2 points. The first thing is, as soon as you get to US, start looking for an internship, because that's the easiest, or not the easiest. I would not say easiest because nothing is easy here, but comparatively, it's a much better route to getting a full time job. And second thing is, just keep applying and get getting less affected by the results of your job offers, because everyone knows that most of the times you get rejected, and it's only once that you get accepted, right? And that's when you stop your job search. So just don't get affected by your job results, and be patient and put in constant effort towards this whole process, because that's when I think you get more comfortable in the interviews, when you really don't think about the result,
Yes.
and you get more confident when you know that okay, uh, if nothing happens here, I will, next day I'll again open any kind of LinkedIn or any kind of connection portal, and then I'll look for a new job tomorrow. So that should be the kind of approach, because uh, I believe that uh, giving an interview is in your control, but getting the result is not in your control, and we
Yes.
should try to not worry about things that we don't have control of, right? So that would be my advice.
Perfect. Aman, thank you for sharing the insights. Thank you for